Walking Macau Streets. Dear Lord, show me a sign. Give me a map. Oh yeah.
Can see if we were tourists, if we could identify. Nope, her flag is kind of low. So usually they'll put those flags quite high, but not in this case. So right there, those are the nice shots right there. Is a Soul Cafe, very popular at all times. And then to the left, and that's at Hotel Central. It's actually a really cool building inside too. It has a lot of history in that green building in the background. Okay, so we're at Senado Square, and we got some nice vibrant lights coming in the rain. It's actually a Tuesday night. We got tourists, which is kind of typical of this area. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to capture this whole little area on a Tuesday. And just also letting you know the channel is going to go idle for a little bit because I'm going to be traveling to Wuhan, Chengdu, Chongqing, and then I'll be back and I'll start filming more in Macau, the streets. So it's something to look forward to. And so I'm just going to leave this as one of my videos that you're going to see of this Senado Square area. So we're going to walk around a little bit today before we go, and I'll show you some of the sights and and tell you what this is all about. So stay tuned for that. Senado Square in Macau. (2024). Let's check out Macau. Come on. So Largo do Senado. Senado is Senate, so the loyal Senate is right in this area, which I'm gonna highlight this little market real quick. So you got some tourist items in this space, and then you also have some Hotel Central right here, which is recently restored. We'll probably get some other views, and I'm just gonna kind of give you a little guide of what you're looking at. Let me there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Loyal Senate building in a second, but this is also the historic center right here. So there's information in Chinese, Portuguese, English, and Japanese. So right here they're talking about the historic center of Macau, and we're going to highlight that a little bit. This right here says the Mercado of São Domingos. We'll also highlight that a little bit as well. But before we get into the Mercado part and the other parts, the Royal Senate is this white building right here with the Macau flag on top. So that one is where they made all the decision-making stuff in Macau for a few centuries, and now it's like Instituto para Asuntos Municipais. It's like they'll usually see these acronyms, AIM, everywhere. That's the post office right there. And then that green building over there is the Paula building. So I don't know if that was like a movie theater, but it has like kind of a movie theater look to it. Post office. Lisboa Casino is in the background. Up this hill a little bit. There's actually a new building right here too. They've rebuilt that. They rebuilt that about a year ago or so. Okay, so I think there's a lot to show you around here, but let me just go along this space. And if you remember that first street they were at, there was some marketplace stuff. They actually call that the Mercado Street. So São Domingos Mercado is on the other side of this yellow building, and so there'll be a square of streets. This will be another Mercado Street here. You'll see that in a moment. Right in here. So this one is called the Rua Norte del Mercado de São Domingos, and there's a Mercado straight ahead. It's a red market, meat, vegetables, things like that. So this is the north end, and then we have the Oeste end is over there, and then the Sul end is one that we saw on the other side. So this whole stretch would be the Mercado. raining a little bit, so I'm gonna get my umbrella out, join the crowds. So we're gonna keep on walking down, and that is the Mercado. Languages, you can hear all kinds of language. That's Tagalog. Oh no, that's Chinese. Sorry, I thought that was Tagalog. It's actually Chinese. So somebody was saying something loudly. And this right here, Sasa. This one is they're kind of selling department store. And then there's Popular Pharmacy, which is right next to it, which is being restored. And then the white building, I guess we'll come back and catch that, but that's called the Mission House, not the Casa Mission House. Let's just continue on. There's a lot to say. Those are tour guides, the one in the red. So if you're wondering what that is. So her tour one is so that the tourists can follow her and find her okay. Her flag wasn't very high. Let's just look back and see if we were a tourist, if we could identify. Nope, her flag is kind of low. So usually they'll put those flags quite high, but not in this case. So, yeah, those umbrellas. So that tour guide could lose some of their people. We might see some more. Okay, so this is still Senado Square, and then it's going to turn into São Domingos Square up here. And this is also kind of a very popular tourist site area as well. Lots of people here. So we're going to walk right towards this. And then you can actually see the yellow church right there as well. And the best views are when you can get right up on it and you can catch the pillars. So right there, those are the nice shots right there. And we're gonna walk, this is actually São Domingos Street, but we're gonna walk a little bit towards São Domingos. And this street leads all the way to the Portuguese consulate. It also goes up to São Paulo ruins and a Portuguese bookstore. But we're gonna get away from our target street, which is Senado Square. So let's venture back towards that. Let's see. And now we can kind of capture some of these sites. Let's do a little bit of a 360 in here. And then that's the São Domingos, that big yellow church right there. And then our Senado Square would be this other one over there. So we're still on Largo, that's São Domingos. And then you'll see the sign for the other one on the other side. So that one would be the, that's kind of cool. Looks really cool, the yellow church in the background. Okay. So now, this is also goes up to Say Cathedral. There's another church up here. Grand Lisboa is in the background there. And real quick, I'm just going to move over a little bit because I'm going to show you that we were on São Domingos Square, but now we're back on Senado Square, so they kind of bleed into each other. There's Senado Square, and we will continue back. So we're going to walk towards the Mission, that white building over there, just kind of highlight. And I might even do a little bit of a 360 because the buildings are so nice in this area. So let me do that real quick. Got a green truck come through the middle. So yeah, really, really photogenic space in Macau. So we're gonna keep on going straight back to the main square. Let me kind of capture some of the, so the Mercado is down that way. And then down here, this is the mission house, Santa Casa. And there's actually I'm gonna come over here real quick. They're doing construction on that street. But then this is the Santa Casa. So that's in Portuguese, that's in Japanese. English one is over here. So, okay. Holy House of Mercy, 1569. So it's actually one of the oldest buildings in Macau. And you can actually go up on the balcony there too. So we're going to kind of navigate to the left a little bit. And I think what we're going to do is come around this way a little bit. That, of course, is the main fountain right there. And then the green building is the Hotel Central. So that's actually kind of a nice, colorful space right there. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look over here real quick. And we're gonna be looking over at this little space. This is the Edificio de Leal Senado. So that one talks about the IAM building, which is that one that we originally saw, the Loyal Senate, which is right there. So let's go down here towards our kiosk, and I'm just going to show you where the streets leads to. Right in front of us is a Soul Cafe, very popular at all times. And then to the left goes all the way down to some casinos, and to the right goes all the way to the port. So let's take a look at that real quick. That's the post office entry right there. So down there goes to, you can see MGM Casino way down there, and we're actually on San Malo, Almeida Ribera Street. So that's actually the street right there, Alameda Ribera, Avenida de Almeida Ribera. Okay, so we're gonna navigate, and then the other direction goes down to the Pont 16. There's the Apollo building. And then the other one goes, Pont 16 is way down at the end, and that's where the historical port used to be. Now we're coming back to look at Senado Square again, which is our main focus. There's the Loyal Senate building, so that's has a lot of history. A lot of decisions were made about Macau throughout all those 450 years that it was Portuguese. Up in this direction, you can see the colorful buildings, but up to the left is Afandego Street and Kule Street. Goes up to Huad. There's like the street of there's like an entertainment area that was up that way. Now it's kind of a Filipino business street that's adjacent to it, and all of that is down that way, or up that way, right over there. And then these are these little arcades that go all the way down. So we are going to take a look at that. It's all the way down like that. If you go down a little bit further, you go down to the Mercado. So let's come back this way. The umbrella one more time. Okay, so we're gonna end it in a moment. And so yeah, this will probably be the last one I put up before I fly off to Wuhan and Chengdu and take trains down to Chongqing, and we'll see what else I decide to do. And this is Senado Square. and that's at Hotel Central. It's actually a really cool building inside too. It has a lot of history in that green building in the background. Okay. And on that note, we'll end our video. The lights are just on and the raining kind of brings out all the colors too, so kind of a nice time to film. And this will change right here. This is flowers right now, but later you'll be able to sit here. They'll put stuff up for all the different occasions and holidays as well. So on that note, Sunday, 2024. Let's check out Macau. Come on.